Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ranger Carrie McCullen, and I work for the North Carolina Forest Service. I'm here today in the beautiful forest at Turnbull Creek Educational State Forest in Elizabethtown, North Carolina. And today I want to share with you a story of one of my favorite friends. This story is coming to you today as part of the Read for America March Madness for Literacy program. We're so excited to be a part of this program, and we want to share a special story to you today about somebody that's near and dear to our hearts. His name is Smokey Bear. Have you heard of Smokey Bear before? Well, his story is very interesting. He actually survived a wildfire. Let me read you this story, and maybe you can read along with us. This is the story of Smokey Bear. There's Smokey there. This is my story. A tiny bear cub was very happy in his forest in New Mexico. You see, he had a butterfly friend. One day in 1950, a careless person started a fire in the cub's forest. Oh no. Someone called the ranger station while the cub climbed a tree to save his life. He was in trouble. Firefighters fought the fire. Wow, that looks scary. The bear cub was rescued, but he did have a lot of burns. Ouch. A firefighter gently cared for the scared and injured cub. An animal doctor, known as a veterinarian, cured the cub's wounds. Isn't that awesome? Looks like he got a little bandage there. They called the cub Smokey Bear and moved him to his new home at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. He had a long way to go. He came all the way from Capitan, New Mexico, all the way up to Washington, D.C. to go live at the zoo. What an awesome adventure. He will always be the guardian of the forest, and watch out for our forest. Smokey wants you to know the 5 rules of fire prevention. Rule number 1, only you can prevent wildfires. Very important. Rule number 2, always be careful with fire. Rule number 3, never play with matches or lighters. They can be very dangerous. Always make sure you're with an adult when you have matches or lighters. Rule number 4, always watch your campfire. You know, this time of year, it's starting to get a little bit warmer in North Carolina, and we all love the great outdoors. We all love to go camping and hiking and maybe have a backyard bonfire, but it's always a good idea to watch your campfire. Rule number 5, make sure your campfire is completely out before leaving it. You want to make sure that you drown your campfire and that nothing is going to catch fire after you leave. So very, very important. You see Smokey's there. He's using a shovel, sand. He's got his bear cubs with some water, trying to make sure that that fire is completely out before they leave the next day. Smokey is happy because you know his rules and will help him to prevent wildfires. And now for the Smokey poem. This is the story of Smokey Bear, who wants you to treat our forest with care. A forest is full of animals and trees. It's also home to birds, fish, and bees. Smokey Bear spends every day and night making sure the forest is just right. He works very hard and he does not tire to make sure he prevents a forest wildfire. He tells his friends not to handle matches because in a forest, fire quickly catches. Keep forests safe so animals can roam. After all, the forest is their home. Very good. Yep, so that is the story of Smokey Bear, our dear friend. Have you ever met Smokey Bear before? He is a wonderful bear. He is one of our very best friends at the North Carolina Forest Service, and he may have gone to your classroom before. Do you remember seeing him maybe at a parade or festival? Or maybe you've been lucky enough to go to the North Carolina State Fair. There's a Smokey over at the fair as well. No, you haven't had a chance to meet my friend Smokey Bear? Well, I have a special guest here in the forest today. This is my friend Smokey Bear. Hi, Smokey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today, Smokey. We really appreciate it. Do you remember when you were a bear cub with your story here and how it was very tragic? We're so glad that you were safe and able to get out of the wildfire and that the firefighters were able to help you. It looks like you're doing pretty good this day and time, so that's wonderful. No more burns. Everything's looking out and being good. So yes, thank you for joining us today. We're so grateful.